Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a new topic. Before starting the topic, I want to talk something with you. Look the picture here. Can you guess what the picture is about? Here, the great personality. You are remembering him every day during prayer. How? How you are remembering this great personality? Can you guess it? Every day in the morning prayer after Nadagita, you are reciting Jana Gana Mana. Who had written Jana Gana Mana? Jana Gana Mana, it has written by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, a well-known poet, a great personality of India, who had born in 1861, Kolkata, in Bengali family. Rabindranath Tagore, who had received first Nobel Prize for his book Gitanjali. Very famous writer. Now, look here, the picture. You are finding here a woman. She is holding a lamp here. Then a person who is sleeping here. What is there? Can you imagine what is going there? You can't. So, today's your topic is your first poem of the English text, Upagupta, who has written by well-known poet of India, Rabindranath Tagore. He was born in Bengali family. I had said something about him. Let's see what they had given in your textbook. Rabindranath Tagore, the greatest of India's modern poets. He is well known as a modern poet of India. Was born in an affluent Bengali family in 1861. Besides being a poet, he was a novelist, essayist, and dramatist. Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1913 for his book Gitanjali. He was the founder of the internationally famous institution Vishwa Bharati at Shantiniketan. Last year, if you recall previous year's lesson, your first lesson was there, a day in the ashram. And who was the founder of Shantiniketan? Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. His poetry is profoundly and unmistakably Indian. He restates the wisdom of India in verse by mingling love, friendship, and music. So, this is the short information about Rabindranath Tagore. Now, we are going to learn a poem, Upagupta. Before that, if you will look at your textbook, here you are finding Buddha, Buddha's disciple, and Angulmala. Do you know the story of Angulmala? Who was Angulmala? Do you know that? Okay, let's start our today's class with a small and short story of Angulmala and Buddha. Angulmala, he was a thief, we can say. He was a thief who was troubling, he was a devil and he was troubling to others always. So once he had done the meditation tapasya and he had decided he would cut the fingers of the persons every day and he would donate that garland of fingers to the God, like that he had decided. So every day in the forest he was waiting for the people who were coming on the same forest path. He was killing them, cutting their fingers and making the garland of fingers. So once Buddha and his disciples were on the same path, they were coming. So disciples of Buddha, they said to Buddha, we would not go there because Angulmala, he would see us and he would kill us. Because he had taken the oath that he would make the garland of fingers. So Buddha said, let's say nothing happened. We would go there. Nothing happened. He said, he was not agree. He said, let's see. He went there. Angulmala, he saw. He started to shout. He asked, who are you? You did not had any fear about me? Buddha said, I knew it. You are Angulmala. You would kill me. You would take my fingers. Everything I knew that. Many people you have killed in the same way. So Angulmala is surprised. Buddha, he did not have any fear about me. Buddha said, if you want, you could kill me. I did not have any fear. Angulmala is surprised how Buddha was, how he did not fear about his death, how he did not afraid of Angulmala who was going to kill him. He impressed by Buddha's teaching. Buddha messaged him there. And afterward, Buddha was the great follower of the Angulmala. He was the great follower of Buddha. He decided to not to do such a work and kill the people thereafter. And he had decided to follow Buddha's principle and he became the great disciple of Buddha. So here in this poem, what we are going to learn? Upagupta, he was also one of the disciple of Buddha who was very simple, who was not affected by the worldly pleasure because the disciple of Buddha, they were following all those principles what Buddha had taught them. The follower of Buddha. Buddha's while during the Gandhi Jayanti when we are doing Sarvadharma Sammelana, there Buddha's teaching Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. This is again and again you are listening. So always such things it will teach us many things in our life. See here, a small introduction I am going to read here. This poem is about the story of Buddhist monk Upgupta, a disciple of Lord Buddha and a dancing girl of Mathura. Her name was Vasavadatta. Vasavadatta was a famous and beautiful dancing girl. She was proud of her beauty, youth and her wealth. Upgupta was an ascetic, an epitome of kindness, wisdom and selflessness. One dark night, while walking, Vasavadatta stumbles over the body of Upgupta, who was sleeping on the dusty ground. This is about Upgupta. I had written here some point. Disciple of Buddha, Upgupta, a dancing girl, Vasavadatta. First, we should go through the poem and then we will see what points I had written. It helpful you to write the summary also, to describe the qualities of both of them, separate qualities. Here I said, look the picture. Here Upgupta, who was sleeping, and here the woman, her name was Vasavadatta, a dancing girl. Upgupta, Rabindranath Tagore. Upgupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay asleep on the dust by the city wall of Mathura. Lamps were all out, doors were all shut, and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets, touching his breast of a sudden? He woke up startled, and a light from a woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. It was a dancing girl, starred with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with the wine of her youth. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face austerely beautiful. This is your 3 stanzas of the poem. Next, what we are going to learn, let's see in the next part. Let's see in the next part.